Don Racer X here with another update on my Rustler. To start out with, put a new energy gearbox on. Just for the fact that I like the color blue. And to start out with, I had to elongate the slot right here where you adjust your motor here and here, for the simple fact that the newer gears that I've been using just doesn't fit at all. The motor will go so far and then it will stop. So all those guys that want to run bigger gears, that's something you're going to have to do. And another thing I did is, see that black line? I did that while the gearbox is out of the car, and all it is a black piece of tape that I cut down and ran along the seam where the two halves of the gearbox come together. That just prevents grease from migrating out, so the dirt don't get attached to it and it looks like crap. So that's a good idea if anyone wants to do that. What else? Oh, on this aft shock tower, I drilled a hole through the left side of it, and you can see where I ran the motor wiring right through it, right to the ESC. I think it looks better, and it doesn't rub against the shock at all, so that's another little thing I did. Then I made this motor guard. It's actually an old RPM bumper I put on there, attached to my wheelie bar that I bent up here, so that works out alright. Then here's a good picture of what the hub adapter looks like. Now Tap Money, he asked me if I have to modify the bearing carrier. I told him no. All you do is pull the stock one off, leave the pin in, install the hub adapter, engage it into the pin. If you look down the center, there's an adjustment nut. And all you do is tighten that down. You're all done. And install the tires. It's pretty simple. Let's see, going around to the front, I made this little spoiler thing that's bolted right onto my bumper. I'll give it a try and see what that does. Hopefully it'll work. And here's the batteries I use. 2 3-cells and a 4-cell and a 2-cell. If you look at it, they look the same, but the 4-cell on the right is actually wider than the 3-cell on the left, and wouldn't fit in the Rustler, so I had to widen the battery compartment open. As you can see there, got a Dremel, and this started sanding on the sides here so I get enough clearance to fit the battery. Then I had to take out the side right here for the wiring for the battery. If you see there how it comes out to the side, so it doesn't pinch the wiring at all. So I did that, and here's a good picture of the Jaycos and the GRPs. You can actually see the size difference between the two. GRPs are smaller. Overall, the width and the height. But you can tell these are rubber, where the Jaycos are the foam. You see that? These are 8th scale tires with the 17mm hub adapters, where these are, I think they're 12mm. And the Jaycos weigh .202, where the GRPs weigh, let me see, they're 228, so about a quarter pound. So the GRPs are actually heavier than the J-Coast. Here's the white connector I use. Let's see what else. Oh, getting back to the gearbox, I'll show you the tool I use. Come over to the table. If you see that, that's a carbide cutter for a Dremel. It's nice and thin, so anybody who wants to elongate to a slat, all they gotta do is use that tool, and it works great. I'll get back to the table. Here's another body I did. I don't know if you can see it, but it changes colors. Oh well. Just another body I did over the winter. So, a big shout out to Draven, Geo Stout, T-Mac, Speedy, Real World, Bulldog Matt, and all those other guys I forgot. I'm so sorry, but there's so many of you guys, and you guys are all an inspiration. And everything that's been done in this car came from each one of you guys in one way or another. Alright, talk to you guys later. Bye bye.